What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for sticking with us. If you're a long-time subscriber, if you're new here and you like this kind of content, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Really help out with what we're trying to do here on the channel. Oh boy, am I excited for today's video. 1 year of ownership for Old Bad Habits number 2. We're going to talk a little bit about how she was when we got her and some of the things that's changed. Let's go. All right, so when we bought this thing, it was bone stock with some aftermarket wheels. It still had factory size tires and it still had 18-inch rims, but they were aftermarket. They were like a black, well, you saw them in the intro there. We swapped those out, but I think we're going to start in the interior. So let's get over some interior pieces that we did, and then we'll move to the outside, because the inside was super stock. Nothing changed in here, and now we've got a few changes on the inside, so let's go over those. All right, first thing, probably one of the most utilized pieces of equipment that I put on is the Bullet Point Mounting Solutions JL mount. Just got the ruby grid that goes in the factory, little divot spot there, GoPro here, and phone mount here. It's fantastic. Then we move on to some of the Amazon pieces that are just minor conveniences, like this little pocket tray here. Turns your grab handle into a pocket. Showtime uses that as lots of storage. We also put another one of those down here that goes around the side. It's been fantastic. Just throw keys and stuff in there. We also got the grab handles up here. I just put some of these for camping. But these grab handles are fantastic. They're aluminum. They got a padded grip. You can just tuck them up out of the way when you don't need them. Pop them down when you do. They got a little storage pouch on them. I keep a pen and a little knife in there. In addition to that, I did sunshade for front and back. So whenever we are topless, we're not burning up in here. And I'll show you something neat about the one in the back. As far as the one in the back, it's just a sunshade, but they actually make one that I guess has some sag to it that they call the Artec. But I just turned my regular sunshade into the Artec. So I got some extra clothes, I got a soft cooler, I got a backpack, I got all kind of stuff that I just store right up here. Obviously in the event you go completely topless, you'll need to take that stuff down probably so it doesn't blow away. But other than that, it works fantastic. Also got the grab handles for the kiddos here in the back that attach to the headrest. Oh, let's see, what else we got in here? It's a little dirty, sorry, we use it. All-weather Jeep floor mats. And probably one of the most convenient things is the Metalcloak dead pedal that we put in here. It's fantastic. And get it halfway pushed in. Oh, got a Rugged Ridge pad for the center console and a little storage thing for that. That's all Amazon stuff. Well, actually, I think I might have got this Rugged Ridge thing off Amazon as well. And a sunglass holder there. Got to take care of the front lines. I'll leave a link down below, and I'll put a discount code here. So everything that I'm going to talk about, I don't have any discount codes and I'm not affiliated with the company, but with Frontline, I am affiliated with them. So use that link, get yourself a discount. Oh, what else we got on the interior? I think that's about it on the interior. Also for the inside, I did this little storage bag that I got off Amazon. I keep all my tire inflator stuff in there, and it just slides right up under the seat. Some recovery stuff, got a jump box and air compressor under there. Let's move around to the back. All right, in the back I got this shelf, also off of Amazon, but it's worked fantastic. I got these Milwaukee pack outs. This is my first aid kit. That's a Milwaukee pack out. It actually snaps up here into this one, but I just got it down because we went camping the other day. I wanted it to be easily accessible. We got the Hylift Extreme jack mounted on the inside. I like the way they look on the outside, but then you have to worry about the elements getting to this and kind of rusting things up, especially once you start using it. This is the Hylift mount, so it just bolts onto the angle part of your factory roll bar, and then it's got these feet that go into it. I think I posted a short about installing that. I think that's really about it for the inside. We did do some recovery stuff here. So we got a Hylift off-road foot there, just to make things a little more stable. We got some tools in there, tool roll, just miscellaneous things that you might need while off-roading to help fix yourself, fix somebody else, or recover yourself for somebody else. If you're interested, you know what, I might actually just do another video about what's in these Milwaukee pack outs. I got recovery gear in this one, fluids in this one, extra parts in this one, and then the first aid kit. But that's it for some of the mundane stuff. Let's move to the outside. See. Starting with the front, what did we change? First of all, we got the Rugged Ridge Arcus bumper, I believe is what it's called. It is phenomenal. This outer shell here is just stamped steel, not really super heavy duty, but it doesn't really need to do much. The tow hooks are extra beefy and mount straight to the frame, and they actually, let's see if you can see this. Just today, I decided to take this thing to the car wash at Costco, and the lady in front of me apparently has never been in a car wash. She went in and steady stood on the brakes, and naturally that thing, you're supposed to leave it in neutral, foot off the brake, so it just pushed me right into her. So I got, in my first accident, a little bit of her paint here, didn't bother me a bit. In the bumper is the SuperWinch, 10,000 pound SuperWinch with the Factor 55 flat link on the front. Really like the look of that. Also like the way it's used. Changed the headlights. The factory halogen headlights is what I had, and they just were not bright at all, and they didn't look good, so I changed the headlights. These are just kind of some inexpensive Amazon ones. Later on down the road, I might get some more expensive ones that are a little brighter, but these look good and they work good for now. Let's get a little bit from under the Jeep. Okay, so under here I went with the Icon Vehicle Dynamics Stage 3 2.5 inch lift. I'm not a huge lift guy. Like, I don't want 6 inch lift on my Jeep. I prefer it to be as small a lift as possible to get the job done. So that's what I went with. Metalcloak sway bar quick disconnects, the Metalcloak heavy duty front steering system with their Rock Sport steering stabilizer. That's worked phenomenal. Had to go with the, can't really see them on video, but had to go with the Power Stop heavy duty package brakes, just because up the size on the tires, and I got Power Stop brake lines as well. Tires and wheels. So when I got it, it had 18-inch wheels and factory size tires. I went with a 17-inch wheel with 35-inch Kenda cleaver tires, and these tires have been phenomenal. Woo! Instantly we were at 35. Usually I run Nittos. These were just a really good deal, so I figured I would try them out, and they've been phenomenal. As you can see, we've already got some trail rash on the wheels, and these have just been phenomenal, so no complaints there. Let's see what else we got. We got the Metalcloak aluminum exoskin armor on the side of the Jeep, and the Metalcloak, I forget what these are called exactly, Metalcloak Highline rock sliders, I think. They got cutouts in them for the high lift jack, so that looks really good. Also went with the Metalcloak aluminum fenders. These things look phenomenal. They give you a ton more clearance, and I can't say anything better about the look. I will be taking these off and painting them black. I was going to run them as raw aluminum, but it just doesn't match. So I'm going to take them off and paint them black. Also got the Artec aluminum inner fender liners. Those will also be coming off eventually and swapped to Metalcloak. Sorry about that. I'm filming this in the beautiful Stones River National Battlefield. And there was a lady walking 3 dogs. She had 2 big dogs and 1 tiny dog. And the tiny dog just had a terrible attitude. It was wanting to just attack everything it saw. The D-rings, I didn't talk about the D-rings, but the D-rings up here was part of a kit that I got from RhinoUSA. Oh, what else we got? Back here, we got the Metalcloak. These are the steel powder-coated black highline fenders with the Metalcloak aluminum inner fender liners. So obviously I gotta swap the fronts to Metalcloaks just so everything matches. And the Metalcloak inner fenders are designed to work with the over fenders that I got. So that's gonna really help out. Obviously had to add the old dad life. Here is just stickers from companies that I've used on the Jeep. So the Hylift, I use Onyx when I'm off-road. My Motobilt rear bumper we'll get to in just a second. The lift is Icon, Metalcloak stuff, and RhinoUSA recovery stuff. If the channel ever gets big enough where companies are either sponsoring me or sending me free stuff, I'll probably do away with all of these and just run the stickers of people sending me stuff. But for now, I like it, looks good. This is, the side windows are my like equipment companies stickers, just the way that we've kind of laid them out. Moving to the back, we got the Motobilt 4-inch off-road, I guess you could say, taillights. Basically the factory JL taillights, as you know, stick out way off to the side. I didn't like that, so I took them off and put the Motobilt ones on. I'll probably end up changing these at some point just because the fitment isn't great. There's some water seepage that happens back here. The other Motobilt product that I have is their rear bumper. I think this is the Motobilt Crusher bumper. And this thing is phenomenal. I love this thing right here. It's got the welded in D-ring spots, recovery spots. It's cut out for the hitch. My Jeep came factory with a hitch. I don't have factory backup sensors, but it come with these block off plates, so that was pretty nice. And the bumper overall looks fantastic. I haven't hit it on anything, but I'm sure it'll hold up just fine. Fenders again on this side. We'll talk about the stickers on the back. Obviously I had to put the channel logo sticker up there, and then the back is kind of for destinations, things that we've done, right? So Tail of the Dragon we did when we went to Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion, the Tennessee Safari Park. I got a really cool video on the channel of my kids being attacked by camels.
Biting the bucket, always slobbers everywhere. Let's go. I don't like these animals. Oh my god! He
and other animals at the safari park. Got the Bucky sticker from the beaver at the world's largest Bucky's in Pigeon Forge. Tennessee Whiskey Trail, Frozen Head, fantastic place to go and camp. Great Smoky Mountains got that either when we went on a trip to camp and hike or when we went for the Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion, I'm not sure. Coalmont OHV Park. Jack Daniel's Distillery Tour, and Windrock is also a place that I've wheeled. Actually, it's the place I took this when I first got it to see how it would do in stock form. Same stuff on the other side. Got the nasty whip antenna off of here and put a Goon Squad bullet antenna on here. Yeah, I think that's all that's changed since we got it. Now let's talk about future plans, and then we'll get out of here. All right, so I think that's going to do it. I think the only thing that I forgot to mention, you saw it while I was back there filming the bumper, I'm sure, but I did put on the Teraflex license plate relocation. Once you go away from the factory bumper where the license plate's kind of molded in there to an aftermarket bumper, you got to figure out something to do with that. Teraflex, I think, has a really cool system where you can just mount it. There's a video about that on the channel as well. But you can mount it inside your spare tire, your camera, your light, everything is all in that one housing, so that's fantastic. But that's everything that's changed since I've owned it. Now let's talk about future changes coming up when the budget allows, of course. I mean, if you're a company that has any of this stuff and you want to send it to me, I'll try it out. I'm just saying. Just hit me up. Anyways, the lift, the wheels and tires, the bumper, and the winch, obviously some of the most important things you need to do to modify a Jeep. This realistically does everything that I need it to do right now, but I really want to do some hardcore off-road wheeling. I like rock crawling, and the Sahara, which is the model of Jeep that I got, comes with a Dana 35, Dana 30 front. It's like a 210, 220 or something like that, M220. I don't really know the new numbers now. Essentially, a Dana 35 in the back and Dana 30 in the front, which are notoriously not very strong axles, right? So axles are coming up in the future. I'm looking at the Fusion 44s. They seem to be built very tough, and I can keep my 5-on 5.5, I think, lug pattern. I don't have to go with like an 8 lug wheel, so I won't have to buy new wheels. So I want to do those axles. Obviously, when I order them, I'm going to order them with ARB air lockers. So I'm also going to add a ARB twin compressor to this setup. After the ARB twin compressor and the lockers, that's going to be like the main parts that I want to build on this. Everything else will be minor stuff, like Adams drive shafts will probably come when the axles come. They're just heavy duty off-road drive shafts. I really like Adams. I ran Adams on my last Jeep and I really liked them. I may go away from the Icon 2.5-inch lift and do a Metalcloak 3.5-inch game changer long arm kit when I do the axles, just to give me the best opportunity off-road. But outside of that, I can't think of much else that I changed. There is one more thing on the inside that I changed that I didn't talk about. I feel like you just kind of lose track of this stuff as you're doing them, but I got the JL taser on here as well to calibrate for the LED lights and the different size tires, and it changed some stuff where like my seatbelt dinger doesn't go off and things like that. But outside of that, there hasn't been anything done to the engine. I did have an auxiliary battery fail shortly after buying it. I replaced the main battery and totally eliminated the auxiliary battery. So while my auto start stop doesn't work anymore, I have the little light on the dash. I'm fine with that. I hated the auto start stop anyways. So I eliminated the small battery, and just some oil changes since then. I think that's the only real maintenance that I've had to do. The thing's ran great. It's been to the beach in Mississippi. It's been to the Smokies multiple times. It's my daily driver. I drive it all the time and it works fantastic. I can't complain about it one bit. So let me know what you guys think. Were the changes tasteful? Were they good? Were they useful? What would you have changed? Would you have done something different than me? Leave me a comment down below, send me an email, whatever. I'll leave my email in the comments or in the video description down below. Send me an email if you'd have done something different. Yeah, what else do I need to do to this thing? I don't know. I think it looks pretty good. I can't complain. I've taken it off-road. I've taken it places. It hauls my kids around. Love the thing. It's blue, my favorite color Jeep apparently. My first Jeep was also blue. This one stole my heart when I went on the lot to look at it because it was blue. And yeah, really happy with my purchase. Really happy where it's coming a year. Excited to see what it looks like this time next year. And you already know, you drive a cool rig like this, it's not a bad life if it's a dad life. Let's go. so satisfying.